So I made it to the 13th country of my trip, from Morocco to New Zealand without flying. The country that I was waiting for the most, but also dreading the most at the same time. What can I say? Welcome to Russia. Since the beginning of the full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, the largest country on Earth has been left out of most tourist bucket lists. The websites of practically all Western countries list Russia as a strict "do not travel" on their travel advisories maps. And to be honest, Russia wasn't part of my route originally. However, with the war currently destroying Iran, it became the only viable option for my journey. I came underprepared, without any viable plan or Russian skills. But what I brought with me was a willingness to learn about Russian culture and see with my own eyes this country that I've heard so much about. I entered Russia from the land border with Georgia, wishing to leave politics aside and simply open my mind to what's in front of me. However, things certainly didn't go as I was hoping for. In this video, I will share my impression as I walk around a Russian city for the first time, but issues will chime in as I venture into a different region and have a very unwanted meeting with the secret services, forcing me to take a drastic decision. I'm giving up. Good morning everyone, and welcome to the 13th country of my trip, from Morocco to New Zealand without flying. I just entered Russia. This is the flag of Russia, and right next to it, this is the flag of the republic I'm currently in, which is the Republic of North Ossetia, Alania. And I am in the city of Vladikavkaz, the capital of this republic within Russia. I actually crossed yesterday. I came from those mountains right there that you can see. Those are the Caucasus Mountains. Honestly, easier than I thought. You know, it went well. I didn't get interrogated much at the border. I just crossed with my e-visa. But if you're wondering why I only started recording right now, well, that's because yesterday I spent the whole day trying to set up, getting a SIM card and using VPNs, because there's a lot of censorship in Russia, as you probably know. So trying to get the right VPN and trying to get a SIM card, that's also extremely complicated as a foreigner. Like, they made the process so complicated for some reason. Thankfully, I met a friend at my hostel and he helped me get a SIM card, but I still don't have internet. I have a SIM card and it's not working, so I'm just gonna walk around and discover Russia, and you guys are coming with me. I think it should be pretty interesting to see, how a Russian town looks like. And look at this. This is probably one of the best cities to get a view on the Caucasus Mountains, because we are so close to those mountains. This is pretty crazy. But yeah, Russia is not for beginners. Well, look at this building right here. Looks very Soviet, doesn't it? I mean, I've been looking for Soviet stuff in Georgia, Armenia, even Moldova a few months ago. But isn't Russia the place where you can see the most Soviet stuff? I don't really know. It's time to find out. Look at this. There's this, I don't know if it's some kind of memorial. I can't read anything because it's only in Cyrillic. But I think this means the 9th of May. I think so. And if this is the 9th of May, then this is the end of the Second World War in Russia. Because fun fact, in France, for example, this is the 8th of May. But because of the time zones, here this was the 9th of May. It was like 11 p.m. in France and like 1 a.m. here. So that's why there are two different dates for the end of World War II. But I would recommend at least knowing how to read the Cyrillic alphabet before going to Russia. If you can learn Russian itself, it's even better, obviously. But, it takes time. I'm trying to learn some sentences, but it's not easy. It's a pretty hard language to learn. Oh, and there is a statue of Lenin. Wow. Statue of Lenin right in the middle of Vladikavkaz. So yeah, they do still like this man here today. Well, this is definitely a pretty chill town. You have benches all around the river, so you can just sit down here, you can walk around the river, you can walk in the town. It doesn't seem like an overly car-centric city like I've seen in a lot of former USSR countries. You have a lot of walking paths in the city center, and there is also a tram track here, as you can see. They have a tram in Vladikavkaz, even though it's not a big city. There's only about, I think, 100,000 people. And there goes the tram. And now right here in front of me, look what we got. If you've watched my last video, you probably know what this is. This is a very peculiar style of Orthodox churches. Obviously Russia is an Orthodox country, but this is an Armenian church. There's no doubt about it. I mean, just the color is giving it away. Like, that's the big thing about Armenians. There's more Armenians outside of Armenia than inside Armenia. I mean, it is a small country after all. Even in Russia, I mean, especially in Russia. So you can find Armenian churches like this one. So I have mentioned the Armenians, which are a minority in this region. So how about now I talk about the majority? Look at this building. As you see, there is the flag of Russia and there is the flag of North Ossetia. And interestingly, there's still the hammer and sickle here. As you can see, they still have the Soviet symbol on those old buildings. There is a lot of Russians living here, but that's not the majority. We are in North Ossetia and the majority are Ossetian people. But if you look at the license plates here, there are two kind of license plates that you see all the time. This is the Russian license plates with the area code 15, so this is North Ossetia. And this one, this is a license plate that you'll only see around here in this region. It's very unlikely that you see it anywhere else in the world. This is the license plate of South Ossetia. What is this area? I'm gonna call this an area so I don't piss off anyone. Well, it really depends on who you ask. If you ask a Georgian, they will probably say that it's a region that is occupied by Russia, that has been occupied by Russia for over 15 years now. But if you ask a Russian, or specifically an Ossetian, they will say, most likely, that this is a country that seceded from Georgia around 30 years ago and is now independent. Even though it's not internationally recognized, they still take care of their own affairs for the most part, even though Russia is obviously helping them quite a lot, especially with the army. You know, they take care of the defense in South Ossetia. So yeah, it is a very complicated story and I'm not gonna go too much in depth into that, but there were two wars fought there, so it is a very contentious issue. And if you want to visit, it is pretty difficult. It is possible, but you need a guide and you need to pay a lot of money, so yeah, basically pretty hard. Check this out. So I know what you're gonna say. Nate, another church? Can you stop with your churches? Well, you're wrong. This is actually a mosque. Okay, maybe you figured it out, but I didn't. In the middle, there's a moon crescent, which really shows that this is actually a Sunni mosque. This is a Sunni mosque. It really has the Russian style. There's a group of tourists coming behind me, so I'm gonna leave the place because this is actually pretty touristy, you know. I didn't know Vladikavkaz was so touristy. I mean, you can understand why. It's a very chill city. But it is touristy for Russian tourists, not Western tourists. Still have yet to see a single European tourist here. I mean, not including Russia, of course. So you might be wondering why there's a mosque here in Russia. I mean, this is an Orthodox country, right? Russia is actually very diverse, especially this region here in the North Caucasus. There are a lot of Muslim ethnic groups. Maybe a little less here than in like Dagestan or Chechnya, of course. But still, you can see mosques like this. There it is, the infamous Russian rubla. This is what it looks like. And this has been sanctioned to death so hard that it's basically useless outside of Russia. You can't really pay anything with this. If you want to get those, you have to go to a place like this. How are you supposed to find this if you don't find it on the map or something? That's what I did. It's very hidden. You can't really find them just walking around. You have to actually look for them. This is what Vladikavkaz looks like at night. It is very crowded. There's a lot of people here actually. And there is a Burger King here, except it's written in Cyrillic. But it is very much a Burger King. So they do have some Western brands, not that many. And one other chain they do have is this. Vkusno i Toshka. So what's so special about this chain? Well, in 2022, at the start of the war with Ukraine, McDonald's made what is probably one of its boldest moves. They had over 800 locations all over Russia, and they closed every single one of them. The restaurants were still there, you know, they left, but the installations were still there. So a new brand came to light. This one. Let's try the Russian McDonald's. This is my hostel, by the way. This is where I'm staying. This is actually the cheapest accommodation in all of Vladikavkaz. Look at it, it looks pretty good. I'm not gonna show you the other rooms because it's full of people. There's a lot of travelers around here, but no one speaks English. I actually made a buddy here yesterday, but you know, I was supposed to buy him drink today, but he vanished. So yeah, not going out to drink tonight, but we'll do that some other day. I mean, we have to try the Russian vodka, don't we? Anyway, for now, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Извините, я не говорю по-русски,
but I want Ossetianski pirog. You have this?
Какой?
Какой? Сир? Сир? Да, сир.
Один?
Да. Спасибо. Окей. Окей, спасибо. Bon appétit?
Bon appétit.
Ah, Franchuska. Yo, Franchus. And good morning. Oh, we got a plate from Kyrgyzstan here. Anyway, just got my Oshetian pie. The one foodie thing I wanted to try here in North Ossetia, I heard of it. Kinda looks like a burek from the Balkans, a little bit. But we'll see how it tastes like. Anyway, right now I'm about to leave Vladikavkaz behind. That was a nice town. So I am going to catch the tram around here and go to the suburbs of the city, where I will start walking towards another republic. Привет. Beslan? Да? How much price? 50? Okay. Спасибо. Okay, so I just changed my plans on a whim. As you can see, I made it to a town called Beslan, so I'm still in North Ossetia. I was actually going to take the tram, but I randomly saw a bus coming here and I just jumped on it. I don't know, I'm impulsive like this sometimes. Okay, but first things first, let's try this Oshetian pie. And that thing is full of cheese. Like, that's not very solid, I don't know how to say that, but it's like very wobbly. Let's try it. It is pretty good. I mean, it could only be good, you know. You put cheese in bread, it always works. The cheese is similar to what you get in burek. It's a very different bread. Doesn't have the same texture, but it is pretty good. I like it. Okay, so I'm walking around in this town in Russia, and look at this. This is the flag of the Soviet Union. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. I guess some people here are nostalgic of the Soviet Union. It might be the first time I actually see a flag of the Soviet Union, like, in real life. Oh, another statue of Lenin. I'm starting to think he's really a beloved man, beloved historical figure here in Russia. Honestly, having traveled in some countries of the former USSR, I wasn't expecting a village, or I mean, it's a small town like this, to look great. I mean, there's one house that is abandoned here, but for the most part, this looks great. Look at this playground. It's a brand new playground. Like, the road has no potholes. Everything seems to be working alright. Then here you got a monument, memorial for the Second World War. They have a lot of those all over the former USSR because, I mean, the Soviet Union was the country that lost the most people during World War II. So they have a memorial like this in, I don't know, I guess pretty much every significant town. And thinking of terrible times and bad things that happen, well, we got another big one here. Извините, я ищу мемориал школы.
Мемориал?
Мемориал.
Вот так пойдешь. Туда.
This?
Да, повернешь.
Да?
Да, и туда пойдешь.
Да, окей. Спасибо. In 2004, a group of Islamist terrorists attacked a school and took control of it, taking over 1,000 hostages. After a siege that lasted for over 2 days, 334 people lost their lives, including 186 children. It is now known as the deadliest school shooting in all of human history. And it happened right here, in this school, here in Beslan, Russia. America might be known for school shootings, but the deadliest one, it happened here, and I feel like it is barely known outside of Russia. Look at this. This feels so eerie. This is the remains of the school that was there in 2004, but it's in a very bad state now because it was shot at hundreds, thousands of times. And there is a memorial now for all the people that lost their lives here. Wow. It was definitely one of the largest tragedies in Russia, maybe on par with 9/11 in the US. You can see people leaving flowers. Not sure what's the meaning of those open wall bottles, to be honest. You can see those children that passed away, only 8 years old, 7 years old. And not just them, of course, you had the teachers, the school staff. So in case you didn't know this, we are inside the gymnasium of the school. You can still see the basketball hoop, it's still there. And it's been completely destroyed. I mean, only the walls are remaining. Look at the states of the hoops. So I am not completely sure what happened because everything that's written here is in Russian. Maybe this was where the hostages were for all this time and it was bombed maybe by the terrorists. And it's not just the children, there's also a whole squad of soldiers from the Russian army who sacrificed their lives trying to save everyone. They're now commemorated as heroes. So yeah, that is the reason why I came to Beslan. I wanted to see that for myself because I had actually never heard of that before entering Russia, and I feel like it was worth sharing. In the 1990s and the early 2000s there was a lot of unrest here in the North Caucasus. Now it's a bit more safe, a bit less dangerous, but back then at the time there was a war happening here, civil war. So yeah, I think it's worth a mention, even though I really don't know much about this at all. Aside from that, Beslan looks like a very peaceful town. You can just sit down around here, have lunch, you know, walk around here. Here you can do your sport. Russia is actually a very developed country. Yeah, it's not completely like abandoned, destroyed, or, you know, full of potholes. No, it looks pretty good. What is going on here? We're right in the middle of the town. Look what I found. What are you guys doing here? Hey, what's up? Why are they just chilling in the middle of the town? Okay guys, see you later. Пока, пока. Извините. Is there a bus?
По названию оттуда.
There?
Нет, вот с ним посадить, с ним, он отвезет.
Автобус на Назрана?
Ну,
Назрана?
да,
Да.
да, Назрана. Хочешь?
Назрана?
Да.
Да.
Иди садись, куда тебе?
Да? You go to Nazrana?
Да.
Nazrana? Wait.
Теперь закрыть.
Толк.
А?
Русский.
Ну до Назрана сразу поедем, да?
Алло. Интернет.
Да, ну до Назрана, да?
Назрана.
Да.
You go Nazrana.
Нет, здесь дверь закрой, дверь. Вот так закрой.
I don't. I go outside.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to close the door? Oh. Okay.
Рублей 400, чтобы до автобуса я довез тебя, Назрановский.
Да.
400.
400? Okay. Английский, французский.
Окей, это хорошо?
Это хорошо? I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, спасибо. Yeah, I think I just got ripped off. I mean, I don't think he did it on purpose, but I think he was taking me to Nazran for 400. But no, I gave him 400 and he just took me to this bus station. I just paid 400 for no reason. Should be a bus going to Nazran from here. So let's try it out. Nazran? Nazran, da. Jesus, that kid is already in the army. Aren't you a bit too young for this? Confident from my positive experience in Russia so far, I walked into Ingushetia for the first time, completely oblivious to the experience that was awaiting me. But it all started with a rather humiliating encounter at the punching machine. No, yeah, Franci, da. You punching. Can I try punching? Okay.
Yes.
I'm coming. Let's go. How much? 10?
No.
What? I need 50?
Yes.
Da? Okay. Okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
Wait. I'm doing it seriously then. Okay. I just ridiculed myself.
Yes.
Wow. Nice.
Yes.
You're strong, very strong.
Şurası.
999. Wow. Wow. Hey. Wow. Not bad, not bad. You're stronger, you're stronger. Okay, guys. Nice to meet you. That was so random. So that was my first interaction here in Ingushetia, a republic where people like to punch things apparently. They're much stronger than me. Even that kid could beat me, I'm sure. Man, I just ridiculed myself in front of everyone. But you know, I'm not surprised because I mean, the people from the North Caucasus, they're very well known to, you know, be strong fighters. You know, the Chechens, the people from Dagestan, all those republics, and I guess that's true for Ingushetia as well. You know, this is my second republic in Russia, and here it's a bit different here. If you look around you while walking in the streets of Nazran, this is the capital of Ingushetia, you will see that people dress way more conservatively. You know, women cover their heads, and it's very normal for men to have long beards, unlike me. And there goes the flag of Ingushetia. Look at it. So what's so special about this place? Well, it is sometimes called the least Russian Republic of Russia, because it is less than 1% ethnic Russian. So instead of Russians, this region is inhabited by the Ingush people. You know, there comes the name Ingushetia. And I know two things about those people. They don't like pork and they like punching. So I think I already got lost here in Nazran. I don't know where I'm going. I'm trying to find the train station. My internet isn't working. I mean, it was working earlier in the day in North Ossetia, and now I cross into another republic and it's not working anymore. So internet in Russia is a pain. What is going on here? Look at this building. It's completely abandoned, completely destroyed. I thought it was a school, but no, I think it's just a normal playground. But there is not much going on here. It's very empty. There is no way there. I'm completely lost, because I also didn't download the offline map of Ingushetia, so yeah, I can't even see the map, I can't even see where I am. This is not great, but yeah, I'll try to find my way somehow. What I didn't realize at this moment was how much I stood out as an obvious foreigner walking around the area with a camera. I can only guess that I rose suspicion around the neighborhood as two not-so-friendly men pulled out in front of me a couple minutes later, after being alerted by a phone call. They were both younger than me, and their behavior looked closer to that of a group of thugs rather than enforcement officers. I suppose that's why you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
English.
English, как дела?
Русский слишком хорошо знаешь.
Русский нет, русский нет. Я ищу вокзал.
Вокзал ищешь?
Вокзал. Train.
А чего фолкс?
Чу-чу.
Документы.
Документы?
Да.
Паспорт?
Да. Есть?
Police?
Да.
Да. No, police. Police? А, окей, окей.
Там что в сумке?
Вот тут камера.
Камера.
Да.
Ага.
All okay? Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name? 1 hour. English. No. Ah, okay. No problem. Well, I guess I made it to the train station. Not the way I originally planned to, though. So yeah, that was a bit scary. They just pulled up right in front of me with a car. That was a weird experience. They were pretty nice. So those two, they were from the Drug Enforcement Administration, I think, like the DEA of Russia, for some reason. I guess they had problems with foreigners in the past. I don't really know. After I stopped... Oh, we got the Muslim call for prayer. But anyway, I was saying, right after I cut the recording, a police car came and 4 police officers who were actually dressed as policemen this time. They came and started talking to me with Google Translate. Nobody speaks English here. So they talked to me with Google Translate, and I mean, that was about it. They just let me go. They drove me here to the train station. So, I mean, they were pretty nice, but that was a weird encounter, especially when you don't speak the language. When I got into the car, I really thought they were taking me to the police station, but not at all. Okay, like the 4 policemen, they came for nothing because they didn't search my bag or anything. Anyway, interesting experience here in Ingushetia, okay? I don't know what to do now. Should I just wait it out at the train station, or should I risk going to the city again? I don't really know. Anyway, I'm gonna buy a ticket for now. So I hate to say this, but I think Ingushetia beat me. I'm giving up. I went into the train station. The train station was full of policemen. There was nobody else, because the only train in this station today, it's the one I'm taking. It's at 9 p.m. It's only 4 p.m. So the station is empty, except for like, I don't know, at least a dozen policemen. But if it was just that, it's fine. But it's not. They just followed me around the whole station. So while I was buying the ticket, you know, those policemen were just asking me questions, you know, once again, don't speak English, using the translator and all. Sometimes they just don't use the translator, they just scream at me in Russian and expect me to just magically start to understand their language. Once I got the ticket, I was about to leave. They detained me into the station, you know, for like 10 minutes before 2 other policemen showed up, started taking my passport, taking pictures of my visa. So my friend told me the other day that I should be more open about my feelings in this video, so I'm gonna do that. I don't know how long I can stand this. Genuinely, this is too much. Yeah, when the first 2 guys pulled up on the street to, you know, talk to me, I thought they were gonna rob me. They weren't dressed as policemen or anything. I thought they were gonna rob me, and that was a scary moment. I walked like 5 minutes to get there until they detained me, took me to the train station, and then I get detained instantly, you know. So how many times is it going to happen here? Salam alaikum. What's up? What's up? Okay, so they say salam alaikum here, I didn't know. Everyone is staring at me. I don't think it's ill-willed, but they're just not used to see foreigners here. I just walked here, crossed the street. Guy started screaming at me from his car while I was crossing, you know, on the crosswalk. He had a red light, by the way, it's not about this. I don't know what he was saying, obviously. Still don't speak the language. It's just, I don't feel welcome here. I don't feel welcome here at all. So yeah, if you want to know what I'm currently feeling, I wish I was on some remote island in Thailand. This never happened to me in Thailand, only here. So yeah, I don't have internet either, I just want to leave that place, alright? So yeah, that's all I'm feeling right now. I don't know, at this point I just want to keep a low profile, and I can't really do that even when I'm seated on the bench. People, you know, they see instantly that I'm a foreigner. I don't know what screams foreigner about me, maybe everything. I feel like if I start walking again in 5 minutes, I'm gonna get controlled again, taken into custody maybe I'll end up in the police station, or it's like they're looking for something to incriminate me. They're always asking me like, why are you here? What are you doing here? I'm just a tourist, I just want to visit, but it's like they don't want me to visit here. So, message received. I'm not gonna stick around here for too long, so I'm not gonna just rule out Russia. I'm just gonna rule out this region and probably never come back. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Ingushetia. I'm gonna stop the video here because I don't feel good about filming, and hopefully it will be better in Rostov, the next city I'm visiting, because otherwise I think I'm just gonna leave Russia early, honestly. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next one.